telling this fool to do the live stream for YouTube or even for Instagram.
Oh, live stream would be.
You like guys? What?
Hey,
welcome to another episode of Top Boy Sunday. I'm Mike. Welcome in. You come in the middle of a
sick conversation.
Yeah, sick conversation.
I got you over here.
Yeah,
I got him nervous over here.
Yeah, sure. All right, just real quick, we got Lee again. Lee.
Nobody asked.
Thank you.
Yeah. The main guest today is our buddy Art. He hasn't been on the podcast yet.
Yeah.
Art.
I guess I got to introduce myself, right?
Sure.
Oh, my bad. I don't know. I watched several episodes. So
He
usually asks us to introduce
exactly.
He says, I don't watch this shit. That's somewhere. I told you I do watch it.
Art doesn't watch the episodes.
Sporadically, I do. So Arturo, born and raised in the Valley, grew up in North Hollywood.
What valley?
The San Fernando Valley, fool, the only valley.
My bad.
So, I do live in Antelope Valley now. But that's the desert. It's the high desert.
Boonies and shit.
Yeah. Born and raised in the San Fernando Valley. Grew up in North Hollywood. We moved to Pacoima, then Arleta, and as of 4 years ago, me and my wife, we bought our home in Palmdale.
Palmdale.
Pete Dizzle, yeah.
And have you found like your need for meth now?
Honestly,
hasn't hit you yet?
Nah, hell no. It's actually pretty prevalent out there.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
That's why the question.
It's like, I know there's like a lot. I know there's like a lot of homeless communities out there and all that good stuff. But I mean,
Unhoused,
even from
please, unhoused.
Yeah,
unhoused.
You're right. I'm sorry, unhoused.
Unhoused,
unhomed, unhoused. You're right.
Very politically correct. Here.
Excuse my politically incorrectness.
What's the other one? Like when people die,
I'm usually on top of that.
They're unalived.
Yeah, they unalived them.
What the hell?
No, it's murder. Yeah, no, they unalived them.
Them.
But it's pretty bad out there. I mean, honestly, I hear it from my customers, even some of my employees that lived out there forever, and it's bad. You know, the methamphetamines, the cracks, and put it this way: there's always explosions out there in homes, residential fires and all that stuff because of meth labs.
They'll run them Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for those that aren't from the Southern California area, Palmdale, Lancaster area is literally a desert, right?
Yeah.
Literally a desert.
Yeah.
Like you see like patches of nothing.
Yeah.
It's very depressing. I'm sorry.
Whoever lives out there, I don't know how you do it.
It's a lot of wind, and you're right though, because it's the desert. Even if it's like a 5 mile per hour gust, there's like a freaking dust storm. It's pretty bad.
All the meth is to help cope.
Yeah.
Just zone out.
That is, for clarification, out in the boonies. I don't live in the boonies.
Yeah. But they're, honestly, like they're a little stepchild compared to Victorville or all of Riverside.
Man. Those are even worse. Victorville, Asprey over there where Gustavo's at.
Yeah.
Oh,
our buddy Gustavo lives in Victorville.
That's where it started off, I think.
He just migrated
migrated a little bit. The residents and the AV are fighting that stuff, and they deny them.
The crystal users were like, no, we don't want to use the meth.
Like
we're gonna come over here. We're gonna start our own society.
And I don't want you to dress up where you're from. You're not from the AV. You're from Palmdale.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like the people call it the Antelope Valley, but it's also referred to as the high desert. But I live in Palmdale. I live on.
You live on the west side or the east side?
It's technically the west side. I live on Division Street, and it's basically literally
don't fucking burn it out.
Yeah, but it's literally dividing the west side and the east side, right?
Where's your address?
Yeah,
what time are you at work?
Or most people refer to it this way: if you live west of the railroad tracks, you're on the good side. If you live on the east side of the railroad tracks, you're on the lesser side, right?
Oh shit!
I live on the west side of the train track, so
you're barely like. Skirting the ghetto.
Can you see like over the horizon and you just see like crackheads?
Honestly, maybe.
Is it like
there's patches of
like have you seen the movie District 9?
Yeah, District 9. Yeah.
Like there's a clear line where the bugs live and like
the bugs. Fool, they're people.
Yeah, fool, it's literally bugs, no?
They're people. Fool. Like you said, they're people.
They're the aliens in the movie.
Yeah, no,
they're bug people.
You drive around and you see the differences. You know, kind of like if you drive from Panorama where you live.
Yes, I live in Panorama City.
To like
damn Panorama.
Even to like Northridge, right? Like the nice areas. From one street to the next. Once you pass Sepulveda, it's nice.
No, it's true. Yeah.
But before Sepulveda, it's
No, but like in the opening of the movie, it shows a drone over the city, right?
Yeah.
And then like you can see where the tent city is at. compared to like the suburbs.
So it's like those
Yeah.
pictures that they took like in the TJ, where like that big ass
Yeah.
Amazon,
Yeah.
and like right next door is like people like homeless,
Yeah, exactly.
unhoused people.
Exactly.
The only good thing about out there is like, yeah, there's a big unhoused problem, right? Population. But since it's the desert, they have like their little communities. So they're far away for the most part from homes, even on the east side, right? Like they're isolated to these patches of dirt. You know, have you guys heard the stories of like the military when they're like in Iraq or whatever in desert areas, they sleep under dirt. So they dig holes, right, and they sleep there. There's a lot of that out there.
Really?
Like there's people that dig ditches and they sleep underneath the dirt, you know, or below grade because it's cooler. They protect themselves from, you know, the harsh heat and the winds and all that stuff. And yeah, like not too long ago, I think they found like a dead body in one of those.
What the fuck?
Unalived.
Yeah, an unalived
Unalived
person in
person.
one of those ditches. But they were sleeping there, you know. But
Insensitive.
they cover it with like cardboard or something, right? And yeah, they sleep there. So a lot of times it just looks like a patch of dirt or the desert, right? But there's actually like maybe a bunch of holes there with people sleeping underneath.
We're still talking about Palmdale or
This is more like
chicken, right?
Lancaster.
Lancaster, okay,
Because
yeah.
when you get to Lancaster, right after that, it's like desert. Then you get to Rosamond, where John Monster lives,
yeah, yeah.
or used to live. Yeah,
With a name like John Monster. you know?
yeah.
But you know what? There's nice things about every neighborhood.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right.
There's
And
something
one
nice about Rosemont.
Rosemont. Like I don't know the area too well.
There you go.
Cheap, affordable housing.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about your neighborhood. Like the one good thing about your neighborhood is that you live next to a brewery.
Oh, yeah.
You want to introduce them? What you brought?
Yeah, so literally right next door to where I work, our buildings are connected, is Lucky Luke Brewery. You guys can probably see it on the table here. The owner over there is Brian, and really nice people, a lot of good beers there. It's always very tempting to leave work and go next door, but I refrain from that because, you know,
Because you're a responsible person.
Yeah, we're responsible drinkers here, right?
Yeah, you don't smoke meth.
Yeah, but they have a little bit of everything. I brought a couple different beers
Not yet,
here.
not yet.
The white cans are the blondes. They're originals. We drink those all the time. It's Mike's favorite from there.
Yeah, that one's really good. The white can you guys see on the table, those are really bomb. I 100% recommend them.
Yeah.
They're from, again, Lucky Luke Brewery. But today we are trying, it says Conquer the World Rice Lager.
Is this a Bronco? It is, right?
Again, from Palmdale, California.
Yeah.
They have another one in Santa Clarita, but this one's specifically from Palmdale.
Yes.
So,
If I remember correctly, the one next door to my shop is the original. Then they have a location in Lancaster, and then they just opened the one up in Santa Clarita.
so yeah. Open it up, boys, and let me know what you think. You want to use a cup, Lee, or you get drink straight out of the can?
Hey, this
Like a
cup is
savage.
Clean, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this cup is clean.
Yeah, I watched them before the episode. Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like where I work next door is these guys, and then like 200 feet away is Transplants Brewery. So it's always tempting to decide like where to go to. But it's kind of interesting because when you go to these places, there's like just different vibes, right? Like not just the people that are there, but the vibes you get. Like this one's a little bit more chill, laid back. At Transplants, they have a huge like warehouse area where they have shows, wrestling events all the time.
Oh, dang.
Like
Wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling.
Traditional wrestling?
Yeah, traditional wrestling.
Or WWF style.
Yeah, no, but it's cool because like even I think last weekend they had a ska show, like a concert, and then like the week prior they had I think wrestling, and the wrestling is like every other week or something like that. They do it pretty frequently. I haven't been there myself yet,
You start
but I
going.
really want to go because I mean they upload all the stuff on their Instagram, and I was like, it looks freaking cool, you know.
All right, and I forgot to mention, like, fellas, don't point and drink out of your left hand. Today, I got the bottle back on the table, so
I'm gonna do
it's
my best to drink out of my left, but it's kind of awkward with the.
Yeah.
Do I get excused for that? A little
No,
bit?
no, you don't.
No
You
excuses.
don't. No
No
All right,
excuses.
salute.
All right, salute.
It's good to finally be on.
Cheers, boys.
Lee from a distance.
Cheers.
Salute.
Producer Omar's trying it too. Razzie is as well. He's a guest.
Hey, this is good.
Yeah, this is one of
It's
the
like apple juice, but for adults.
yeah, just for adults.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Doesn't taste nothing like juice.
No,
I mean,
right.
like,
Yeah, this
Can't
wouldn't like
taste
it. As
the
you can
meth,
tell,
or-
you freaking downed it.
yeah, this is actually really
Jesus,
good.
I thought we were sipping on it.
You
really
don't
like
trip.
No.
Don't
Nah, this
trip.
is one of my favorite ones from them too. I don't know, or I don't remember if it's a seasonal beer, but when they do have it, I buy it all the time. The blondes are always my go-to as well.
Yeah, so like the thing about craft breweries and beers is that some of them can be a little tough, and then they're good, but you can only have like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
This you can have a whole 12-pack.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
good.
easy.
This is good.
Easy, yeah.
This
like
is very very clear.
Like on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And this it's not even that cold right now. Imagine when it's
Yeah. This
ice
is
crisp. Yeah.
Or
this
like
is very
football
Modelo
enjoyment.
adjacent.
Football Sunday,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
drinking all this all day.
All day.
Oh yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Trust me, like living or working next door to the brewery, it's really hard. But it is funny because like my wife, she knows. I always tell her. I know a couple of the bartenders there already, and so on Fridays is usually when I stock up. Right, either every other Friday or on Fridays, depending on how much I buy, or if you guys go over to the house. And so like a couple months ago, I went in there, and one of the bartenders, she already went for the cardboard case, right? And she's like, she holds it up. She's like, oh, because I always fill it up. Yeah, I fill it up, you know. And I started
You're
cracking up. I was like,
sorted
damn, like I'm that guy now, you know.
Sorry.
But it's because like the last couple months, you guys have been going over pretty consistently, so I had to stock up, you know.
Do you remember when we had just turned 21?
Yeah.
And we were going like to Bemo religiously.
Oh
You guys remember like we stepped into one point?
yeah.
Hey, hold on. Before you said that, the first thing I almost fell asleep with Art's story right now.
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
But
Yeah, it's because you don't drink anymore, so you don't appreciate these stories.
I give it.
Where are you a regular at? Nowhere.
I give
exactly.
I give this a 5 out of 5.
Oh, this is 5 out of 5.
This is a 5 out of 5 for me.
yeah. Honestly,
to me
this
as
is
well.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
this,
Five out
this
of
is
five.
good.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Go ahead, Lee.
That blondo right there, that's a 6 out of 5, honestly. Yeah.
Is
Off
it
the Richter scale.
a
Right?
6.9?
That's your favorite beer.
Yeah.
From there, at
Well,
least.
fool, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely 5 out of 5. This one's
Yeah, no,
really
this
good.
is for real, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
When,
craft breweries.
when I read rice, I was like, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, right. It throws you off for a little bit, but
No, but Cass, that Korean beer,
Uh-huh.
it's a rice beer.
oh, Haas?
Yeah. Cass or Hass?
No, it's Haas, isn't it? HAAS or something like that?
Is that that's the new beer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have height no more.
Oh, they don't have
Oh,
that
yeah.
anymore?
Well,
Oh, damn.
they taste similar. Yeah.
It was Korean light beer, whatever.
Man, well, whoever first came up with it, geniuses, because it is really good.
Yeah.
It's a good like working beer, you know.
Yeah, so-
underneath the sun, you pop one of these open.
That's true. It's
Hell yeah.
but it's not a light beer. Like
Oh no.
No,
I mean,
okay,
this,
turn.
this one's like
Yeah.
it's 5% at least.
That's
It says
it
in the
is.
front, right?
What does it
underneath
say?
the-
it's like a manly or Coors Light.
Yeah,
I would
well,
say
it's 5.6, so yeah. It's-
way more manly. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
the silver bullet for
the man is driving a
manlier
Bronco
silver
for crying out loud.
bullet. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he is actually in the picture. He's driving a Bronco. Like he's not playing around.
Coors Light is probably driving a Prius or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a
Shrek knows about that.
exactly.
He's
He
a
knows about
responsible.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, real responsible, real responsible.
For those that don't know, I used to have a Prius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that Prius now?
I sold it to my cousin, and then he sold it to somebody else.
He realized really quick
That was a-
what you didn't realize.
Dude, that was a gangster ass car.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, dude. Fucking, we used to do gangster shit in there.
Oh, shit.
Well, you had it in.
What kind of
when you were living in
gangster?
San Leandro still, no?
Yeah, I was still
'cause
living in
I remember one time I went up there and you still had it.
Yeah.
We went to go visit Daniel and
Yeah, when I was living in the Bay Area.
yeah,
Or Daniel, big bitch.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Can I say that?
Yeah, he used it on
Big
he doesn't mind that nickname anymore.
Oh, he doesn't?
Well, it's
Maybe.
I think I would mind more Big Bird instead. It sounds more insulting. I don't know why.
I didn't ever really appreciate calling him Big Bird.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as tall as he was too, it just never made sense to me.
Yeah, we have a
Big
friend,
Bitch was funny, but it also just
It did make sense to you?
yeah, it just makes sense.
That one did make sense.
We have a
I
friend.
felt like I was really giving it to him, you know.
we have a friend back in high school. He was tallest out of all of us.
Hey, he's been on the on the
Yeah.
podcast,
He's on
early
like episode
yeah.
like 7 or 8, something like that. But yeah, like back in high school, he was like 6'4",
Yeah.
and he must have weighed like 125 pounds.
Wet.
yeah.
So he was big and lanky, and so we ended up calling him Big Bird. And Big Bird, because we're assholes, we turned into Big Bitch.
It wasn't a huge leap to get to Big Bitch.
And then
Big cousin.
he let us call him that for like about a year and a half before he said like, "Hey, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend now, and she
Oh.
doesn't, I don't want you fools calling me that."
Well, to be honest,
And us being us, we don't respect that.
Nah.
that and to be honest, I didn't even know his real name.
Oh, well, one of the typical names. I mean, you know his name now.
I
right?
met
But
him
yeah.
as Big Bitch.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I met him, you're like, oh, this is Big Bitch. Like, oh,
Oh, this is
shit.
big bitch over here.
Yeah. Okay. I feel if I called him his real name, it would be
Yeah.
insulting.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Daniel.
But to be honest, I didn't know your name until like halfway through high school.
That's because you were illiterate, fool.
That was the
That's
C track in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all offense too. Just so to make things clear.
Were you offended by that?
I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were C track for a bit too.
I was.
Just for what? Yeah, I think you've told the story too. But what you were C track?
I moved schedules because I needed vacation at a certain time of the year.
That wasn't it. Fool. You wanted to take cooking.
That too.
Make that sweet lasagna?
Yeah, it's like the one thing you learned to cook.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
I mean,
it is bomb
the
though.
man- yeah, the
I am
man-
not hating on that.
If you could make an episode of cooking, make sure you make that.
Well, this would downplay it. He went to C track so he can take home ec.
No, but that wasn't another track. That was a track.
That is commitment right
Yeah,
there.
commitment. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You should have.
His goal was to be a stay-home dad. Nah, I'm not hating on that either because I want to be a
He's
stay-home
almost there.
dad.
He's almost there.
I would like to be. Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
Hell yeah,
The dream.
that's my dream. Hell yeah, I
Yeah.
told Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stay home, chill.
I was pushing her for years. Like, hey, go back for your masters. I want to retire. You know.
There's no ego on that. Like, I'm be like, oh, I get to stay home.
Yeah,
I'll take care of the kids.
It's a
I'll
lot,
push it.
man. I mean, it's like like Shrek. You know, he's got his 2 kids. Like we have 2 kids now too, and I mean, all the respect to her for staying home and watching.
Yeah.
And
But which one would you choose though?
I don't know. It's hard, bro.
Like dealing with adults that act like kids or actual kids?
I don't know. I mean, in the perfect world, I would want to stay home with my kids for sure. And it is a lot of work for sure. You know, sometimes a lot of the times I feel like she's working more than I am, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially now with 2, and one of them's 2.5, and our newborn, she's 3 months now. So you know, I'll text her, I'll call her throughout the day as much as possible too to check up on her, make sure she's fine. But yeah, I mean that's a lot of work. I mean, I would want to be home if I could for sure, because I mean I only took 2 weeks off when both of our daughters were born. And I didn't like that, you know. I wanted to stay home for a month, 2, 3, for even to this day. But
Start settling it in.
yeah, it settles in. You're like, I gotta go back to work too. You got bills to pay, you know.
Yeah, like-
Shit. I gotta sell that propane. Yeah,
And propane
Yeah.
accessories.
Arturo not only looks like Hank Hill, he actually does sell propane at work.
no, I don't.
Not anymore.
We transitioned.
Hey, but that'd be a chill ass job. We go fill up our propane tanks
Oh,
down the
bro.
street. Those guys are just sitting there until somebody shows up, like
Yeah, true.
just raking in the money.
Is this like older? I don't. I'm not sure if he's Armenian, but I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Like you know who he is? The one on Brantford and Lower.
Oh,
Cape?
right here, yeah.
Yeah, that chubby guy. Yeah.
I go to the one on Sanfe in was it Lancashire?
Oh yeah.
He's also Armenian.
Oh yeah. But this guy knows no English, zero.
He
Dude.
just knows money.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows the important things.
Yeah.
He'll sign it to you. He'll
Yeah.
like 10. Yeah.
My friend, $10. You know,
Not
You're
even
like,
that, dude.
yeah.
Not even that.
Nah, I know. I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know
he's-
exactly.
he's
right there,
funny
where
looking.
they have all the taco trucks.
He's
and
got a
all that,
ponytail, but like fucking all this is gone right here.
Oh, he's got like that rat tail going. Like that Steven
I'm telling you, dude.
That Steven Seagal move.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's not letting go, dude. And man, I don't want to talk shit about him. He's cool.
Why not? He's gonna watch this. My body.
$20 for you.
Next time you
It's
see
usually
you.
$11, dude, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that shit. Even when that shit went expensive, it was still 12. 12.50.
Oh, you hooked it up?
Man, it was cheap over here.
Yeah.
Over there in Palmdale, it was like 25 or
Yeah,
something like that.
for-
$30 for a refill.
With all those meth labs,
Yeah.
taking all the,
Goddamn tweakers are taking our propane.
taking all the propane to cook that meth. Huh? Yeah.
Like, what do you use this for?
Yeah.
Grilling?
Yeah, grilling.
Oh, okay.
And I think I told the story when the homie Fetus was here because he lives
It
in
lives
Little
out there
Rock.
too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
is
lives-
Little Rock is where he
Little
lives?
Rock. Okay,
yeah.
so
That's further, right?
So like when you get
Nah.
to the beginning of Palmdale, you go you go east. And
Oh,
then
okay.
so yeah, you get to Palmdale. It's kind of weird because like Palmdale is kind of like an L shape, and it starts north and L shapes out to the east. So Little Rock is past the east side of Palmdale.
okay.
Yeah, because you get to this like some super small town that's like a mile long called, I think it's like Sunnyvale or something like that. Or Sunnyvale.
Oh, yeah.
And, then,
yeah.
and
I've
right
seen
there,
that sign for
yeah,
it.
and right there is like Little Rock too.
Off of that street, what's it called? Pearl Blossom, right?
Yeah, Pearl Blossom. Yeah, Pearl Blossom Highway.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we were
live
talking about
around
that
there?
earlier here with Omar and Shrek. Like I think all of us have taken that to Vegas at one point.
Yeah.
And it's like a super freaking hilly road. It freaking sucks, you know.
Yeah, big time.
If you're gonna go to Vegas the back way, take the 14 to the 58 through Mojave. Much better.
Before I was
FYI.
rudely interrupted.
Well, it's just you, fool. You know.
Fucking,
Gotta
bad.
raise
We're-
your voice. You just gotta raise your voice.
specifically where
If you were a man, we just raise your voice.
yeah, fucking specifically where Fetus lives, like there's like a lot of like houses that are being squatted, right?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and fools are like just going up in there. They're paying the utilities, and they're just making crystal or whatever they're making in there. And no, for real.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. I saw like some sheriff interview on it.
Yeah.
They threaten the residents around them.
Yeah.
To like not say anything. Yeah.
I won't say the name because I don't know who watches the podcast, but there's a biker gang out there that kind of patrols and protects that area.
Oh, okay.
And
Is it Bikers for Jesus or no?
bikers for Jesus. Yeah, those guys love the meth.
Well, get them hired to talk to Jesus.
They're basically sons of anarchy.
Wait, why not? You know, the biggest
This
hypocrites.
goes to heaven, you know?
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure all of that is right because, I mean, a lot of that community right there, they do like illegal grow houses for weed too.
Yep.
And it's all protected by, I believe, that same motorcycle club, or at least I see them around there a lot, and there's stories that circulate. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just last year, they, I think it was like the sheriffs, they had like a $50 million bust for just marijuana itself.
Dude, and trip out.
Yeah.
You know, guess how much the fine was
For what?
for that grow?
The fine?
The fine, because
Oh.
there was no arrest, nothing.
Oh,
it
probably
was a fine,
probably a couple $100 or something.
$500.
For
Yep.
just the water they were using,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Just for the water that they were illegally
Yeah.
using for the grow houses there.
Yeah. That's been the problem with anywhere in the desert, Riverside, Palmdale, wherever,
Yeah.
and even up north, they're starting to do it. Like the whole state of California decided to decriminalize marijuana,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and these fools are just making grow houses.
Yeah.
They'll get busted. Fuck it, we'll go next door.
Don't
Grow
you
over
need
there.
like a license to grow?
Legally.
Yeah.
Or legally.
Yeah.
But because it's state, I guess, recognized as legal, but it's still federally an illegal substance to use, right? But yeah, no, he's right. I mean, it's I mean, out there, you know how I told the story earlier about people living underneath the dirt, right? Like they do their grow houses out there underneath the dirt too to try to hide some of that stuff. But you know, they still have them covered with, you know, when you go to the farms, you see those plastic coverings. So they still cover it with that, so you can
Blue tarp
see
on
it.
the
Yeah.
floor, supposedly.
But some of them do like these warehouses. Like we sold some material.
To the weed?
No, to this customer that he had a huge.
Sick.
What?
Let me get one of the tokens.
Oh yeah,
please.
for right here.
Yeah, my
Right there.
One of the talk-ins. Yeah. No, we sold like this. We sold some material to a customer that
And pour me a shot too, because I just pointed.
that he was building this huge warehouse. No, but it was.
Keep it lively, guys.
Well, damn, fool, it's going somewhere. This one keeps interrupting. Now you know how we talked
It's
about
me.
the desert out there, Little Rock. Like a little bit past that, it's called Llano, and that's even like more deserty, secluded, and boonies.
I mean, it sounds like yawn. So, you know.
Yeah. No, this guy built a warehouse out there, and the same thing I thought was like, man, this was probably building a grow house out here. But his story was he was building like a machine shop, right? And I was like, it's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And it was a massive warehouse.
The machine. You know, it's
Yeah,
creating
I was like,
fucking
sure, machine
zombies,
shop.
fucking meth zombies.
Yeah. But we do sell some material to California City, to some grow houses out there, like legal ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm in the electrical wholesale industry, just so you guys know what the material I'm talking about. So we sell stuff to electricians. It's all legit.
We're gonna post the
legal
link.
stuff, right?
We're gonna post the link in the bottom of the.
But yeah, like we've in California City, I think they have like the rights to a lot of the grow houses in California, where you can legally grow that stuff. Hesperia and all those areas too, Adelanto. They have those things out there, and it's all legal, right? These massive warehouses, and it's all cash. You know, like $30,000 orders they'll order from us, and it was just like cash. You know,
Sick ass fools.
yeah, you know. What I mean?
Fucking just
crazy.
real quick. I put that tequila bottle on the table for a reason.
It's
that-
called a panty dropper.
Yeah, this is a very, very good tequila.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah, Omar just had a shot with me. What do you think?
Good. Amazing.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, but I've had a lot of tequilas, expensive tequilas, but that right there, man,
Yeah, this is way better than Don Julio 1942.
exactly. And I've even had that azul, you know, like that
Oh,
expensive
The classy
bottle.
The ceramic
food?
one?
The one higher,
Yeah, but
like the premium one.
Is it
This-
Alizé?
The one that,
Like their premium bottle.
the one that comes in a plastic bottle. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that one.
This
I
is
think they call it mezcal.
This is still better.
Yeah, no. For the can't fucking point.
Another one.
That's
Yeah.
another shot. Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we have the most experience too.
No, it has to be with your index fingers. Yeah, it has to be with the index finger.
I'm
Because
leaving it
you
up to
can-
the judge over here. What do you
Yeah.
think?
It has to be an extended.
All right,
Yeah,
let's,
all right.
let's watch the replay.
Yeah, watch it. Omar, put it on the screen.
Nah, for
Edit it.
and this is gonna be the soda is gonna be a 6.9 out of 5.
Okay.
Really, really good.
Yeah, for real, it's really good.
Yeah.
And Omar,
Kind of envious. I didn't get a shot.
you're a tequila connoisseur, Omar. What do you think about people that say you have to sip on a good tequila?
You do.
Right? Yeah, you do, right? I agree with you because some
There's
people,
like sipper tequila, and I think
Yeah.
that's a good sip.
because I've seen people like take shots of like what's really good tequila. I'm like, no, you're supposed to sip on
Yeah,
it.
they don't even flavor
Yeah, but I don't know. That's just me, I guess. So, Lee, you want a shot?
Por favor. All right. Thank you.
Point at him. There you go.
Oh,
shit.
Oh no!
Damn.
I gotta drink more.
What birthday, sir? Oh man.
I remember that. Lee's gonna tell. Nah, Lee's gonna tell. He's a storyteller.
You were there
I'll chime
too,
in.
What are we talking? What
Nah,
are
this
party
wasn't
bus?
there. Oh no, we
You were, no?
went to
no.
Pasadena. And so we got the party
Yeah,
bus?
because Jess. Yeah, Jess.
And you just pointed right now too.
Dang, you gonna take him
You?
too? Well,
I saw you.
I've been. All right, fuck. I'm not gonna argue it.
Yeah.
anyways, so it was for like one of my birthdays, and I had gotten a party bus.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I always wanted a party bus to ride in the city, just ride around and just stay in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot more, so I was just like, screw it, just freaking drop off and pick up. So me and Arturo, we were like, what place can we go to that's further enough?
It's that California fuel price, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Gas is cheap back then.
Yeah.
And we were thinking of going to Fullerton to make the ride worth it.
Yeah.
But we're like, damn, like what's out there? And I had never been out there. These guys told me that it was nothing but bars and stuff.
It's the whole downtown area. Yeah. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
But I've never been there, so I was just like, would you guys think like we'll enjoy it? And then everybody's like, well, you know, if you're trying to go to the bar and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, but also kind of, you know, I want to dance.
Oh, damn.
So busted an event. I just want to dance.
Yeah,
No, it was the homie Indio.
No, that was
that
Yvette.
for two.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
him
yeah.
too.
They both did it. They both did it.
Maybe, yeah.
That was like $100 tacos, 100 tacos that night, no? Anyway,
Yeah.
my bad. We're
digress.
growing.
Too many inside jokes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we get the bus, and then we decided to go to Pasadena. But when he got there, we're all getting into the bus. I tipped the driver, I think it was like another $50 or $100 to take the streets all the way to Pasadena.
That never happened.
Just like, oh wow.
No, we just told him. He didn't tip him. We just told him, like, take the long
No,
way.
I gave him like,
Or maybe, I guess,
I
yeah.
did give him.
No.
But he did take the streets though, so maybe yeah. And that's when it all went downhill.
It's a story. Like,
My bad. I don't know how to
From
chime
my,
in.
from what I wanted to do was enjoy the party bus, right?
Of course.
So I don't know who gave me a bottle, and it was like some good quality Jack Daniels, and like we were passing it around, and someone decided to be like, "Hey Lee, every time you yell out stop, we're gonna stop, and whoever has the bottle needs to take a shot."
We were playing hot potato with it.
Yeah. Basically.
So at first, it just happened to be that I would yell stop, and the bottle was getting handed to me, so I would take a shot. And then by then, I didn't care. I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oops.
So yeah, I would stop purposely on myself and just take a shot.
He'd be like, "Oh no, oh no!" He's
Needless
like, "Oh,
to say,
God."
I didn't make it to the club.
Yeah, so we got to Pasadena and he was
Yeah.
completely passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you guys take over because I don't remember anything.
It was bad. It
Yeah.
was bad. I mean, I
Sad.
remember because I was sitting next to you in the bus or the party bus. When you started doing that, I mean, it was freaking hilarious. But we were telling you to stop. Even
Yeah.
Jocelyn was saying,
Yeah,
she
I
was
would take it as let's take a shot.
Yeah, she was the voice of reasoning. But before we continue the story, let's take our shots right now because
Oh, stop!
Oh, cheers! Yeah, you're too far.
Yeah, Lee kept saying like, I don't care how many guys try to kiss me. I'm gonna get at all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it is good.
No, but even like I
Yeah,
shit
right?
you not, like
Super smooth.
a few of us, but mostly Jocelyn was the voice of reasoning. She was like, "Lee,
No, you
you're
gotta
drinking
live.
way too much." But you were like, oh no.
I was already peaking. Like I was already.
Yeah, and you're trying to show off, but
I mean,
yeah,
You kind of have to.
but literally you started chugging the bottle and you just had it like this, and it just kept going and going like, Lee, stop, and you were like, freaking laughing your ass off, chugging it. And yeah, we got to the first bar that was underground. We were there for like a minute,
yeah.
and then you just started like falling, basically getting all drunk and passing out.
mean-
and then we had to leave.
Yeah.
And we had you outside, and everybody was like,
And then the bouncer was not gonna let us in with him.
"Oh no, yeah." So like the party bus guy wasn't gonna pick you up.
Yeah.
And
That's
everybody
what-
else was like, "Well, we're still here to party," and this was like 10 minutes into being in Pasadena.
I love you guys. I love you.
Yeah,
guys.
so everybody was like, "Well, fuck this, we're gonna go party." And so it was like me, Jocelyn, Carlos, Stephanie, and I think somebody else stayed behind because you were acting a fool, like trying to fight us.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Lee, we're gonna take you home. We're gonna take you home." And you're like, "Nah, rock that," all drunk as shit. And I forgot one of your homies was there or something.
Homie Max.
Yeah,
Shout
Max.
out to the homie Max.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Max. Yeah, he's like in Paris now, but either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
he's the one. He's, he's the one that stepped up.
Paris,
though.
France, or Paris,
Yeah,
California?
Paris, France. Yeah. PA, not PE. You guys don't know about Paris. Yeah.
There's a Paris,
Yeah,
California.
it's Paris,
that is
California. Yeah.
And that's another desert, right?
Another desert.
It's up and coming, but it's basically
Nah.
it's like a little rock,
Becoming
Yeah,
mad.
I'm not saying don't stay away from there.
It's another meth capital.
It really is. Yeah. That's what I meant. It's an upcoming meth capital.
Like speaking of Paris, like we know this guy, right? He played at our high school. I'm not gonna say his name. And yeah, dude, when we saw him,
Why
Say
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I won't.
Is it Fabulous? Or?
No, not him.
Nah, he was from Corona.
A very good basketball player, like with D1 offers, and he went to live in Paris, came back missing all sorts of teeth from the meth.
That's
So yeah, just real quick, it's
a hell of a drug, fool.
Yeah,
But yeah, the homie Max, he stepped up and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take this fool home," because you weren't listening to any of us, and then the limo or the party bus guy was not coming back for you, especially as drunk as you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Max stepped up and he's like, fuck. He didn't want to either because he was there to
Ready to
party.
party,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is one of the first times we had ever met him, but he was already a cool guy. We knew him. He's like, he wanted to party, but he's like, fuck, because none of us were leaving. We're like, fuck this, Lee. You got yourself into this mess.
Oh,
But we
my
were
own birthday,
our
man.
plan was to stay there with you as you sobered up.
Yeah.
But no, this was 10 minutes into you being blacked out. So
Yeah.
and your cousin almost got kicked off the bus too for peeing in there.
that was at the end.
That
of the
wasn't my
night.
cousin, but yeah.
Nah, it was his cousin's boyfriend.
Ah, there you go.
No.
Oh, his cousin's
Christian Dior.
his
It was
friend.
just a
Yeah, it's
homie.
a friend.
Just a homie,
Yeah,
yeah.
the homie,
No. It was your
no,
cousin.
It was Christian
yeah, it was
Dior.
Christian,
It was
yeah.
nobody's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I don't know. I guess I didn't see the right person.
Yeah, but yeah, Max stepped up and he took you home, and I think his plan was to come back to us, but I think you were so fucked up, he just stayed with you or something. But yeah, you were a freaking hot mess. 10 minutes in, all because you wanted to show off and chug like
But-
half a bottle.
Did you guys have fun?
Oh yeah,
I had a great time.
There you go. There you go.
I think the bigger idea is because you weren't there.
Damn.
It wasn't even for my honor or anything like that. Oh, for Lee.
Why don't I feel burned out now?
And well, I think you have the. Ah, shit! I just
He wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
That too.
no,
Damn, I
but,
did it again.
but Raz,
Yeah.
Put
fuck
two
that.
shots.
Raz had the
Two shots.
picture. I think of me and Carlos. We were like the bottle boys. Yeah.
Picture? He had a video.
Yeah. Oh, the video.
That's when
we felt like ballers.
I was like, Omar, I had a whole photo shoot. Because it was funny too, because this was, I think he had paid for it, no?
or Rez,
Pay for what?
Before you talk, just borrow the mic from Omar. I'm not pointing. And say that. Tell us the story of how the Bottle Boys were born.
Yeah, because I think apparently Lee had already prepaid for the bottles.
No, he didn't.
I
Did
paid. So this is the story. I paid for the bus, but everyone that I invited, I only asked them for the $20 to pay for the bottle when we
Yeah.
got there.
But nevertheless,
Yeah.
these was, it was a lot. And then everybody was, half of the people weren't really drinking. I wasn't drinking either. And then we were on the upstairs deck, and the dance floors and Ixtapa is in the
VIP
bottom,
section.
Yeah, VIP. Thank you, Lee. So then he was on a good one. So he decided to take the bottles down to the dance floor.
I mean, what
and he
is-
went looking for Art. Like, Art, come take a shot.
Yeah, no, I
So
backed him
Art's
up.
down there dancing. And then he has the bottles, And then I'm like, oh, shit.
And the Bottle Boys were born.
the bottle
right?
boys were born.
Yeah, so there's a video and pictures of me on the dance floor. We just holding up the bottles.
yeah.
Like
And we were like 22 at the time or whatever it was.
Yeah, those are actually
Yeah.
pretty epic
Yeah.
pictures.
It was a while ago.
And then you guys will notice on the rating for the beer today, when we do the 1 out of 5, you'll see a picture of me from like probably like 15 years ago.
Oh, that was
Yeah, the Bionic Smile was at Magali's house.
yeah, that
and
was like
yeah,
2009, 2010.
It was early,
This is a long
or
time
late
ago.
2000s.
I was so drunk.
right.
we were
like-
out of high school,
Yeah.
but we weren't 21 yet.
How do you say it? Late 2000s, right? Because it's not 2000 teens.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
I'm not sure how that happened, but I was so drunk my face went numb.
Oh,
It was around. It was around the turn of the century, but yeah, this one had the freaking Bionic Smile. You guys will see it when it
Yeah,
goes.
you
But
guys- we'll put it again right now.
But
right?
my God, yeah, do the full screen. My God, yeah. This was on a good one. He's over here talking about like meth heads and shit, you know?
yeah.
No, it wasn't meth. Just full disclaimer, it was not meth. It was
No,
just
yeah, 'cause-
tequila.
So that came about because, so it was me, Screech had gone to a concert, and then on the way back from the Coliseum, we had hit you guys up.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh, a kickback."
You didn't say names. Who? Just our
Oh,
friend.
Our
Because
friend,
people
my
know.
bad,
huh?
my bad. Friend.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it out because like these people are all married now.
It's not anything bad.
Yeah, she was having a kickback. Damn fool.
Yeah, shut up. You were young.
I won't say nothing.
Story has- the only thing it has to do with her is just she hosted the kickback.
Yeah, she hosted the
That's
kickback,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
Like literally nothing happened. It was just a kickback.
Anyway, we hit you guys up. They're having a kickback, so we show up, and then I forgot who had a camera. Someone had one of those old school digital
And
cameras.
yeah, digital camera because back then like nobody had phones like that.
Yeah.
That's how
So
old we
someone
are.
gave it to me, and since we weren't 21 yet, we couldn't drink at the concert. So when we got there, we were trying to catch up. So we're drinking, and then I remember this was playing beer pong, and I'm sitting like kind of not that far from the table, and I just for some reason I just kept taking pictures of this food. Just like random action shots, you know. And then eventually, he
It's like
said,
Austin
next-
Powers. Yeah, grr, baby, grr.
He's like, ooh.
Yeah, that's how we got the Bionic, so I'll put it again on more.
So he sits down to my left, and I still continue to take pictures of him. And at one point, I'll just fuck with him. I'll just take a picture and just like have the flash, and be like, "Oh, bitch," you know. So eventually, I took one, and then he's like, "Ha ha ha! Jokes on you." I actually, good thing I smiled in that one, and I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." And it was one of those cameras where you can see the picture in the back. So I look at it, I'm just like, "What?" the fuck? Just had to zoom in and everything, man. That's when Bionic Smile was just.
Because I was working graveyard that time, and
Yeah.
Why were you there? You-
Excuses. Yeah.
I was working really hard at that time.
Oh,
My bad.
Yeah, because we were what, like 19.
yeah, that's it. We were 19, 20.
Made a
at the
pit
time
stop
for
in
that one.
Palmdale.
We're gonna bomb there real quick.
Yeah. It was my homie in Palmdale real quick. Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, it is pretty bad out there with that methamphetamines and all that crap.
If we're gonna bring up the past, Art, we have a friend that you probably know who he is, but I'm not gonna say his name. Fucking rat.
You were
Yeah,
born
dude.
too. Fool.
Fuck, remember we did tell him, right? We did tell him. This doesn't count. This doesn't count.
I should have crawled.
We're gonna leave this in just so
Yeah, leave
he's
it in,
shamed.
fool. It's funny.
Shamed. Fuck, dude. That's how you like. Honestly, like I don't like having people in the background other than Omar because Omar has some self control and some self respect.
Yeah.
Not to get up and pee. He holds it till the end of the episode. But
You guys don't know this,
anytime
but
we
Omar's
have
got a pee bucket back
anytime we
there.
have the homie Eddie, I'm sorry Eddie, you have to pee a lot, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And Razzie, God.
Jesus.
I have a story about Eddie in bathrooms. We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into a little bit. But like the our other homie B Red told me to bring this up, fool. And yeah, as soon as Razzie sits down, we'll bring it up. Maybe we can cut this out just a little bit, so
leave it
there's no
in,
lag
fuck it.
time. Huh?
Leave it in, fool. Fuck
I'm
it.
telling you, when they
You got
pay, they'll
another
get
story,
the
no?
exclusive
Or I'll tell my
content.
Eddie story in the meantime. Don't cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Eddie story about bathrooms and him being bad about it. There's two stories, but I'll tell the one that directly relates to me. One time, a fool hit me up, and I was at my house when I was here in Arleta, still living at my parents' house. He said, "Hey, fool, it was cool if I come over." I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." You know, I hadn't seen him in probably a couple weeks or whatever, right? I was like, "Oh, cool, Eddie's coming over just to kick it, right?" And this was around the time where
Roll
I
up,
had,
roll up, roll up.
if we're just coming,
It's no point
we're
now.
already putting you to
We've
shame.
Here we go.
Shame,
Shame.
shame.
Shame. We already told the audience what you do, fool.
Yeah, so this was around the time when I had back surgery, right? So I was like, oh, this was coming over to just to see how I'm doing, whatever,
Yeah.
right? I hadn't seen, anybody in probably a couple weeks or whatever it was. This one shows up. We're having a conversation with Eddie, right? You can talk to him about anything.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fool, I got to use your bathroom. I was like, cool. I was like, yeah, fool, go to the bathroom real quick, just down the hall. So he goes and he takes a shit, and I was like, this piece of shit. He's there shitting. But the worst part was, or the funniest part was that.
Does it flush?
No, yeah, he didn't flush. I clogged it. Fool.
Oh,
no, he didn't clog it. No, but my tia, rest her soul, she was here helping my family out to help me out with my back, right? Because I couldn't really walk or anything.
Fucking Eddie,
That's what killed her?
No, yeah.
Oh, wow. Why cut this out? Cut this out.
Nah, leave it in. It's fine. That was funny, bro. No, fool, that's not what did her in.
Wow.
No, so that was dropping a deuce in our bathroom, and for some reason he didn't lock the door, and she walks in on him.
Oh,
and my room was like next door to the bathroom, so I heard it all.
That's what did it.
Yeah. Before he came back into the room, all freaking red, and I was like, "Damn, bitch, are you fucking serious? You didn't lock the door." He's like, "Oh, boy, I thought I did this and that."
Dude, and he has my bad anyway.
He was notorious for
Yeah,
doing
he's
that.
notorious, dude. I was at the barbershop with another homie.
With Ivan.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm getting my haircut, and then he comes into the shop. I'm like, oh, he's probably next in line. And now he had no haircut. He had a fresh ass haircut. And he's like, oh, Ivan, dude, do you mind if I use the bathroom? Like, damn.
When you gotta go, man. You just
Dude, he's in there for a cool 45 minutes until my haircut is over. I forgot he was in there.
Jesus.
And the next day, the homie Ivan hits me up. He's like, hey, dude, like, he fucked it up. I have to call the plumber.
It's not allowed back
What
here.
was it, that little plaza that he was in?
Yeah, the little plaza in San
right there,
Fernando that he was at.
the open mall.
Oh, man.
That's the only bathroom in that plaza, too.
Yeah,
So,
it was like 6'10" and shit.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
bathroom.
like 5 other people.
It's only for emergencies, and Eddie
Yeah, my
took full
bad.
advantage of that.
So I guess.
I think we all know that story. Yeah, basically. Murdered that
Unalived.
target,
There was an unalived there.
yeah. Eddie, we're laughing with you.
Yeah.
All right?
We still love you. fool.
Yeah, we still love you. Fool. We still love you.
We're not going to bleep your name out this time.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know if you saw the last episode.
Nah, not the last one.
No.
I watch it sporadically, fool, so that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, dang. No support from this one.
Whenever I want to.
Zero support.
Yeah.
Yeah, zero.
I follow your YouTube, your Instagram, right?
Not enough. Not enough.
Not enough.
I don't know. We leave comments.
We talked about this earlier. For there's one episode I'm never gonna watch, and this the one with Barbie and the other two Salvi homies.
Yeah.
I got a minute into it and it was just unwatchable to me. Hey, you say you like hate on the show, so I'm just hating. You know?
I thought you were hating on Salvi, so I was like, damn.
Man,
Yeah, right.
I'll be cast.
No, last night, actually, I went to.
this was Guadi.
To Atlanta?
Nah, last night I went to.
Doesn't Never live out there? He lived out there, no? He moved out
He did.
Oh, he's still out here. I thought
Is he?
I thought he moved out there, but he's still
Yeah,
here.
he made it seem like in his story, he was like, oh, making the big move or whatever.
Nah, he was out there for like 2 weeks. I don't know.
Oh, my
Maybe
God.
they're scoping. I don't know the story. I thought the same thing too. I was like, oh, he's moving out to Atlanta, and I'm like, no, he's still, I think, out here for now. I think.
No, so last night I went to the Laugh Factory over in Hollywood, and it was actually Salvi night. And the dude, yeah, for real.
No, I know. But I mean,
At a comedy club.
Yeah. No,
Just
for
with
real.
the shit
for real.
jokes or what?
No.
All right.
they had Salvi comedians there. They were making fun of Salvi's. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Fuck, hold on. That's only one in my eye.
All right, Mike.
We
Yeah.
turned up. We turned up. Hey, Barbie's still here, dog. He hasn't left yet.
He says the name. He's like, oh.
He hasn't left yet. Fool.
No, so yeah, we went to Salvi night last night. And they weren't all Salvi. Just the host was. I don't know if you guys know him. It's some name Jose, I think Morales.
That's like the most generic name ever, fool.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. I'll leave it in the description. Whatever.
Just FYI, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch it. Thanks for the link, fool, but I'm not watching it.
But he's actually really, really funny.
Yeah, okay.
Really, really funny.
Maybe I'll watch it then.
Then that was kind of it. That was cool. So I had a great time.
You said my story was boring, fool. That shit went nowhere.
Yeah, that was like,
right, so yeah, so
Those dirt roads in Palmdale just went nowhere.
Well, the tumbleweeds were more exciting.
so yeah,
At least they had direction.
so
Is it gonna get hit by a car, or is it just gonna keep going for? I don't know.
So the homie, just cut off their mics, please, Omar. So the homie B Ryan,
Oh god.
back in the day, used to be really concerned with fuel and gas, right?
B Ryan.
No, you.
Oh me, yeah. You just said B
hear
Ryan.
that.
Yeah, he said B Rad, right? I'm not tripping.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
I've had a few shots. Relax.
Well, I was driving a Yukon. Of course, I was concerned about fuel.
Okay, so one of the conditions, because we used to be in the rugby team, right?
Wait, what?
We used to be on the rugby team.
Yeah, we used to be in the rugby team.
Okay, so one of the conditions for you picking him up, he had a jog or run. 2 to 3.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this one.
Yeah. I don't know how you
Now the
did
B
it.
Ryan makes sense. I was like, where's the B Ryan
Arturo
connection?
used to give the homie Brian a meetup point, which was like 3 or 4 miles from his apartment, and he'd give him about 20 minutes to get there.
That is not true.
Yeah,
that is not
It is
true.
very true. Very true. And Brian is very to this day he's very upset. Right, Rose? Very upset that you would make him do that.
Because Brian would call for an air support. Evac. It's too hot. You gotta go.
No, well, the worst part was that this fool drove by his house,
Yeah.
past his house, to get to that meetup space.
No, look,
He's like,
I-
why didn't you just pick me
If
up?
I remember correctly, it happened once. And I was supposed to pick him up at a certain time. And Brian being Brian, we all know who drives at that time. He's not out there when you tell him. You got to tell him 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
And you still got to wait 10 minutes
Allegedly.
after you're there, right? No,
Allegedly.
Brian.
Bro, dude,
Raz.
and he pointed out too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
and
another
you
shot.
pointed out.
I'm driving back to Palm. I'm not going to take any more shots. And Raz agreed.
I don't know if you-
Brian's
I
like
think
that.
the host should
I think the host should take it. Yeah. What the
I
hell?
like that.
you don't gotta
All right,
drive
fool.
anyway.
I'll owe you a shot if you take mine right now.
Nah, because that'll never be payback.
Yeah. And no, but yeah, I did do that, but he was supposed to be outside. It was one of like those stupid early games where we're supposed to travel. So he was supposed to be outside like at 6 a.m.
So you made him sprint 5 miles
Because I was picking up other
Boring.
people and we were meeting up at big gyms. And I was like, hey, fool, I'm picking up other people. You're not outside. So just meet us at big gyms or some shit like that.
Dude.
So yeah, so he did have to run. But, you know, in all fairness, he was used to running to school all the time because he liked to run to
dang.
school.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
He liked.
Well, that's what he used to say.
Yeah, I bet you.
Quote me on it. I don't care. But yeah, he did run to big gyms.
Nah, because there was
It
one.
was like 6 a.m. him
There was
running.
one occasion because I would pick up Big Juan, and
Yeah.
Big Juan,
Big Juan was
down the street.
Yeah.
So I would pick him up, and there was one time I picked him up, and I went to Stonehurst. And as soon as I got to the park, I see Brian sitting on a tree.
Jeez.
And I'm like, fool, like, how long you been here? He's like, oh, I just got here like maybe like 15 minutes ago. I was like, someone dropped you off? He's like, no, I ran. And I'm like, why? He's just like, I didn't have a ride. I was just like, well, why didn't you just hit me up?
he's-
Like, you know I always pick this fool up.
One already, yeah. But granted, that's how Brian was with that sort of thing. Like,
So
he's like, I'll
because-
just run it, you know?
So
I'm like,
because you
alright.
assumed he liked running, like
Yes. So
you,
the
you made him
fact,
pick him up.
the fact that it took him 30 minutes to go outside had nothing to do with it. But yeah.
I don't know.
I picked
feel
up
like-
Brian a lot of times back in those days. And
Every time
and
I
I
pick
always
up
had
Brian,
to text him 30
he's ready,
minutes before I would go to his house.
You didn't pick him up.
Fool, I gotta pick him up once.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
I had a one passenger
once.
In the
truck.
Celica?
Yeah,
Oh, in the
Celica,
truck.
in
yeah.
the truck. Yeah.
The Red Dragon?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, I used to have 1986 Toyota pickup. So it's literally me, maybe one thin person, and then another person.
Well, that's a big maybe. We did do that once. It was like me, you, or a couple times actually, me, you,
Yeah.
Maybe
and
Lou
somebody
Andy.
sat in the middle, but it's stick shift, and it had the freaking
Yeah.
super long one.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, and you grabbed, well, I wasn't sitting in the middle, full, so shit, you know, whoever you grabbed.
Legs wide open. Oh,
And honestly, it might have been
Shrek.
Brian. Actually, that way we talk about it.
Shrek, you really know how to drive.
It's like, yeah, so-
You're revving me up.
This firm hands.
like,
No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, your little freaking Toyota pickup truck. The funniest thing about your Toyota pickup
This was
truck
a
is
beast.
when we were still going to Poly, when you first got it was like senior year, right? Like multiple times, like people had left notes on your windshield. So hey, if you're selling it, give me a call. You know,
Yeah, all the
It was
paisas.
all the
paisitas?
paisas, yeah. Hey, but it was a 1 ton, so
And
it was a
again,
highly. coveted truck.
If you're not from the area, or if you're not Hispanic, paisas are referring
Racist asshole.
paisas are referring to Mexican nationals or any national.
Any foreigner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any alleged illegal.
Allegedly illegal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna burn you out. You know.
Tell a story about
It's
that
not illegal
pick up
for
that dirt.
politically correct. It's immigrant.
Oh, okay. So I'll tell two stories. Two stories with my old red Toyota pickup. 'Cause these are monster trucks, guys.
Monster
These
Sure.
are beasts. Only the gangsters have these.
It ain't for everybody.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
allegedly.
Call it the Red Dragon. More like the Little Red Riding Hood, you know?
It's like the dragon from Mulan. Fool. You're Mulan? Fool?
Well, he was just a motivational speaker for Mulan did all the work.
This truck would put in work.
I guess Shrek is Mulan in this story. I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
eh?
This truck would put in work. So at a place called HT Supply, they literally put scoops of sand in the back of your pickup truck, right?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't I
Yeah.
give you those scoops?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. But this is before you worked there.
One time we also went to San Fernando to pick up dirt
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
So-
that truck was,
Yeah,
it was
So-
freaking gliding on us. Yeah.
So the maximum most guys give you is 2 scoops, right? And I told the guy driving the thing, give me a third one, bro. And he said, bro.
I'm giving it all she can.
3 scoops plus your fat ass. I don't know, bro.
No, I was buff as fuck at the time. So.
Oh,
At the time, actually, probably, yeah.
So yeah, the guy's like, dude, I'll do it, but you got to sign this waiver.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I guess a bunch of trucks, like their suspension just gives out.
Oh, yeah.
some
Yeah.
people get too cocky.
I saw
Yeah.
a video like that the other day. Some guy put like a pallet of bricks inside like a expedition, and the truck just buckled, and he gets pissed off at the worker. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck did you do to my truck?" He's like, bro, it's a pallet of bricks.
Yeah. So yeah, like he's like, hey, you sure? Because I just had a guy yesterday break his truck, and I was like, yeah, don't even trip, bro. This is a 1 ton, and and then he was like, yeah, no, did I not say that? Did I not say that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, man, but you got to sign here. Boom, boom. Cool. He puts it on, and then literally the next truck that comes, tried to do the same thing, a big ass Silverado.
Oh, so Silverado, yeah.
Just buckle, dude. And
Tires
my little
exploding and
Toyota,
everything.
like, I can't even get grip in the front tires, dude. It's going everywhere. But fuck it, it's hauling.
Well, we did that for one
Yeah.
time. Me and you, I went with you to the San Fernando one over there off of.
You guys, poor truck.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that time we only
Made
did
it.
2 scoops because my fat ass was in it, you know, right? And even, but yeah, with 2
That's
scoops,
all I needed, though.
with those 2 scoops, me and you in it, I mean, that's well over a ton, right? But yeah, the truck, same thing as he said, that thing was like, couldn't get grip. This one was like, yeah, he was turning left to go right, you know?
Yeah.
It was bad, bro.
it was great.
Even me too, I was like, damn, for you sure 2 scoops? He's like, we
And
got
dude,
it, you know?
And then another time we went camping. This is all of us.
Oh, yeah.
The extended.
Oh, yeah.
The extended homies.
When we went for I think it was for my birthday, no?
Whatever it was. Whatever it was. Yeah. Some nobody
We went
event.
camping.
We went camping.
Yeah.
And then we stacked like probably like 20 feet like for the stuff
This was
on my
lying.
truck.
That did not happen.
When was this? One of the
It's
first
when you and Farmer showed
up
up
late?
yeah, the second day.
No, this one with us.
Or no. So we showed up in the morning and you guys showed up at night, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah. That was the second
You
time.
packed it with the beer.
Yeah, because we took my Yukon and your truck, and we had to pull over because we swore we weren't gonna drink until we got to the base of the mountain. But we made it to Six Flags. I think we made it to Six Flags.
20 minutes into it.
Because I loaded up my Yukon with
Allegedly.
with 8 people. Allegedly, right? We made
Allegedly, we
it to,
started drinking beer at that time.
yeah, we made it to Six Flags in my Yukon. So it was 8 of us in there. And all of us were like, we're partying out to like this CD at the time. We made a mix. It was like techno Viking, I think is what it was. And John Monster from the very back of the freaking third row of the Yukon, he was like, road beers. And then everybody was like, road beers. So we pulled over and we called. This was like, hey, fool, like pull over when you see us. And so he pulls over. He's like, "Oh, what's going on? You just got a flat tire or whatever?" And we're like, "Nah, fool, we just need beers." So we raided the freaking cooler. I think we grabbed like 3 beers each or something. Like enough for 3 beers each.
Oh, dude, not
But
enough.
I
Yeah.
think it was that you guys had pulled over. And said, oh shit! Like
No, but we had
something
called him.
happened. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, something
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
We pulled over to like
Yeah.
Shit, and like, nah, food.
Yeah, we just need beer.
need
So
more
yeah.
beers.
Yeah, I think we grabbed like enough for 3 each, and we made it. I think with those 3 beers to the base of the mountain, and we had to pull over again over there.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
put
So,
gas.
and where we went to is Sequoia National Park, which is fucking beautiful. If you haven't been there, fucking go, dude. It's
There,
fucking great.
Kings Canyon, highly recommended.
Yeah. Great
With
fucking place.
Ranger Ralph.
Yeah, Ranger Ralph.
With his 3 homies.
But yeah, dude, the little truck, as packed as it was with beer and all the equipment, made it up no problem.
Yeah.
And then
I
my
don't
friend
think I
here,
was- I showed up with Cisco.
That was the
Nice show,
second
Farmer.
trip.
No, but tell me, it was a 5% incline.
yeah, it was a 7% of anything.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And
Because I don't remember that trip with you guys.
I don't remember.
You were there. You were there. For
I
sure you
know,
were
but there was one time I showed up with
And you were-
with
'cause you were-
Cisco.
because we went twice. It might have been the first one. I think the second
Because
one
you were crying that like we left you some tables and some chairs.
Oh yeah.
Like my truck might not be able to handle it. My F-150.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't a one ton like yours.
And then I think
Well, it was like
Farmer.
5
I
chairs.
think that was the second trip because that's when Farmer showed up with his Silverado. So I think that was the second trip.
No, but the first time you was complaining because you're like, why the fuck would I put chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, my truck can't handle that.
No,
It was
I
like,
did
it was
it
like 3
because you guys told
chairs
me
and
last
a
minute.
tent.
Yeah.
You guys told me last minute I had to go pick them up
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go.
Oh, that's what it was.
yeah,
You had to go
that's
pick
what I
them
was bitching
somewhere.
about.
My
But you were
bad.
also-
My bad. It's on the way.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay, you guys were
small
here.
sacrifice. Right?
200-mile trip.
I know.
That's also the trip where this piece of shit over here, Raz, chopped up the sausages. That's the end of the episode right there. No,
No,
bitch.
or first of all, Omar, where we at with time? We're 1 hour. Okay, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got an extra 5 minutes. We got an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was the camping
Yeah, yeah,
trip
yeah.
where Raziel, this piece of shit over
No,
here.
Let me tell you.
All right,
All right,
okay,
so,
okay,
let me tell you. And you know, this is more of a recruitment for my cousin because he doesn't want to be on this fucking show for whatever reason. But before any of that happened, we had a full on black bear come through our fucking.
Oh my
That
god.
was the second trip.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
This was the first trip.
In my mind, it all happened at the same time. Yeah.
It all
I don't care how
intertwines.
accurate it is.
It was just drinking and eating for real.
Okay, so
Both
yeah,
times,
no.
yeah,
But
both
this did happen, and I'll send you a picture, Omar. Of,
yeah. I think I have a video on my Facebook. I'll find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this thing must have been like standing up. It was like 7 or 8 feet. No,
Nah.
round.
It was a
9
juvenile.
feet. Fucking.
Yeah, you guys told me it was a baby.
It was a juvenile. It was a
We
juvenile.
were there. We were there.
It was a juvenile. It wasn't a baby. It wasn't a full grown bear.
So
but
9
it
feet.
was a juvenile
Was he
black
singing back that ass?
bear or something like that.
It's a black.
Was he singing?
I was
back that ass?
listening to that on the way over. Yeah.
He's
It was juvenile featuring Lil Wayne. Yeah.
It's a. All right.
No, but it was a solid 6 feet on its hind legs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this thing would have mauled us for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Any of us. Not for real.
No,
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And then the my cousin,
Bless you.
the ultimate homie.
Yeah.
Not only is he not scared, dude, he goes up to it and gangbangs on it. He claims his neighborhood in front of it.
What did he throw up for? Yeah, he threw up Sol fucking Valle.
Yeah, and he smacks it with a folding chair, dude.
Yeah.
And then-
a steel chair.
And then I could have sworn
he
like
went full WE on that fucking
yeah,
bear.
yeah. So he like full on smacks and full disclosure, he is wasted out of his.
Oh
mind.
yeah. He is like 9.9 out of 10
Yeah.
on the drunk schedule.
And he's a
meter.
small fella. Like he's not
yeah.
that big.
And that bear started growling and it started turning toward. But then that's when Art came in with
with the
'cause-
other chair, and I was like, bear, making noise.
yeah. So
no, yeah, but
yeah, they say when you see a black bear or you see any bear, you're supposed to make noise and it scares them, and then they'll scatter, and that's what happened.
yeah.
We weren't there.
No, yeah, that freaking bear though, because I mean the park ranger, she warned us. She's like, hey, there's a bear around here because they had one of those collars, so they were tracking it.
Oh, shit.
So I came to our campsite, and at that point we thought we had put everything away, but when it got to our campsite, we still had like
We're still grilling.
we had the frying pan, but it was just oil. It was hot oil on the freaking grill. And the freaking bear started licking that shit up.
Dude,
And,
like
I mean, we
nothing.
had just turned it off maybe like 30 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
And it was still hot.
Yeah, and that fucker was just scooping that shit up with his tongue. We're like, he burned his tongue for sure, we think, right? But we also left the panko crust breadcrumbs there,
Oh,
and he ate that, right?
Yeah.
And that's when fucking at the genius idea of hitting it with the steel
You don't
chair.
fuck around with a panko.
Yeah,
You don't
it
fuck
is
around
real,
with this
yeah.
panko bread, fool.
And you know what, Arturo? Thank you for bringing up that frying pan because we had to bring out that frying pan because our friend Razzie did a faux pas, right?
This piece of
So
shit over here.
Art tells Raz, "Hey, slice the weenies in half."
He said slice the weenie.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, cut up the weenies, you know. And, but I had told him in the past how to do this, right? Like you're supposed to make slices.
Okay. All right. So, basically, what he wanted him to do was just slice it in half, and it was like a tortilla on the grill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to go on the. It was supposed to go on the grill, right?
All right, well, you tell the story. You're fucking.
And then Raz proceeds to cube the weenies.
That's not what happened. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Well, that's not what happened.
I was right there. Fuck it though.
I told Raz to freaking cut diagonal lines. Cut
He said, cut the weenie.
Yeah, I was like, make some slices in the weenies, right? You're supposed to like slice them up a little bit so the heat gets through. This fool understood, cut the weenies, and he cut them in little tiny slices. So it was a bunch of little circles.
Yeah.
And I was like, fool, how the fuck am I supposed to cook this? It was a grill. Those shit are just gonna fall through. We didn't have that black top, you know?
Yeah.
He was way more upset.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah.
livid.
Yeah.
Like just
What the
yeah, I was like, what the fuck,
You
you
are-
piece of shit. Like
Nah, you didn't say that.
Well,
You
might
said
as well have.
in a serious ass voice, "You are absolutely useless,
I did say that. I was like, fool, you're fucking useless.
pathetic."
I
Just for that,
It's like when your parents say, like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. It hits you harder.
you eat last.
I did say that too. I was like, fool, you're eating last.
Cut the weenie. He didn't say slice him, he said cut the weenie.
Fucking Raz tried to defend himself.
Raz was
I
trying to
literally
make some
said,
weenie con huevo,
you're
you know?
eating last.
One at a time. One at a time.
Now, I did say, Raz, you're eating last, fool. Like, I was that pissed off. I was like, you're freaking useless. I did say that. And I was like, you're eating last, fool. He's like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, bitch, I told you to make little slices on them, not to cut them into circles.
Pathetic.
Pathetic, yeah.
The help eats last.
Yeah, oh yeah. The help eats last one.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did not
really.
say that. I did not say
I
that.
doesn't really.
All right, fellas.
Crazy.
We're gonna end it there. Thank you for. We still have time now.
You're at 1-4.
Oh, we got a
1-4?
little bit of time. Yeah.
I don't know how long you want to make it.
No, well, I like to have it like at 1:10.
Oh.
All right, we can get one little story about that
Okay.
camping trip too. It's basically
All right.
about these two fools right here, Lee,
Go ahead.
Lee and Mike.
Won it twice in 2 fingers.
I did the Devils. That's different.
Yeah, he's
Well, I'm still not drinking because I ran back to Palmdale, but
Yeah.
it's an IOU, and so these two fuckers over here. It was around the time we were gonna go to sleep,
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's talking.
and then of course these two fools. Like I already knew about Shrek and his snoring, just bad,
Yeah.
right?
You guys
The
knew
bear
about-
might as well have came back, right? The bear was basically there in the
I'm a
campsite.
very, light snorer.
Nah, no, this was bad. I mean, picture like a bear times 10.
You know when
Yeah.
you have as much chest hair as I do.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
You know, it was already like 10 o'clock, 11 at night, whatever it was, because we were drinking all day, whatever, right? And these ones are going to sleep. This was start snoring. We're like, of course, you know. But he was already in a separate tent, like 10, 15 feet away from the big
When we
tent.
set up the tent,
Yeah.
like the snores.
Yeah. But then we were like, Lee's a snorer too. We already kind of knew this. So we're like, fuck it. He's going to go sleep with Shrek. So yeah, we send them over there. We kicked them. I was like, fuck you, bitch, you go over there. So
I slept fine, right?
it was these
I
two
slept
fools.
great.
And I think little Shrek too. No, he was over there.
No, he was in. It was only literally me and this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so these two fools, we send them over there,
Little
and
Shrek
the
was-
whole night we're like, "Fuck!" You know, we thought a bear was outside our tent because they're just snoring so damn loud. But it didn't really help because in our tent we were just fucking around the whole night, and we were also farting and just it smelled putrid in there, right? So we had to crack open the freaking door, and I was sleeping next to it, so I was freaking freezing my ass off because these fools' heads were on the opposite side. And it was just all bad. But yeah, the worst part was these was just snoring because
No, the worst part was
bear.
when
that story.
that bear came back.
What was it?
The bear came back. And like in the middle,
Oh,
of,
God.
in the middle of the night, you just hear like a
Sorry,
growl.
one at a time. One at a
Oh,
time.
you hear,
Oh yeah, that's
like
right.
it woke me up, and I was just like, "What's going on?"
Because it was this
And
one, right?
I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is
Hold
right.
on. Hold on. Let Lee tell it. Let Lee tell it.
Start from the beginning. Tell how we set up the tent.
All right, so from the start, these guys had told me and Shrek, "Hey, you guys are sleeping together because you guys have freaking, you guys are
Damn it.
heavy ass snores.
Yeah.
So I had my military bed, and this fool slept on the ground in his
yeah, you
sleeping
had the
bag.
cot.
So it was a beautiful setup.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Another tent, I think, was Brian, Little Shrek, and then I'm not sure. And Cisco.
Cisco, yeah.
So 4 and 4, 3 tents, 4, and then us.
No,
two,
and
right?
then the big tent
Yeah,
had
the big
all
tent was
everybody
it was
else.
like,
Ah,
it was
okay.
like 6 or 7 of us in the
Yeah,
big tent.
and the other
yeah.
tent though,
Yeah.
fucking
So we had a total of 4 tents.
No, we had 3 tents.
Three
It was
tents.
3 tents.
Three
It was
tents.
you two,
two small ones. and
Brian,
one-
Cisco, and Lil Shrek.
No, but what I'm trying to get at is like we had our own, right?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Okay.
So we all go to sleep, and you still hear these fools like chuckling and shit like that, or whatever. Yeah, giggling like little girls. And, shit. And then I finally fall asleep, and like in the middle of the night, I just hear fucking just, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like this is my first time going camping and everything, so I'm just like, what the fuck is that? See, Blair Witch Project or something. No, I don't even think about animals. I'm thinking about like some fucking paranormal shit. And I look, and Shrek's not there, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So I'm just like, whatever, you know, he's probably in the bathroom or something. Whatever's making that noise took Shrek. And I'm not about to go with him. So I'm just like, fuck it, just go back to sleep, ignore it. And I just kept going. And finally, like, one of you guys said, shut the fuck up.
A bunch of times, actually.
You just started hearing laughter. And I finally, like, scoped it out. It's Shrek, like, just grabbing for dear life a trunk of a tree and just fucking
Throwing up his intestines. Yeah.
I got really dizzy at night.
It's all those curvas, huh?
That tent wouldn't stop spinning.
Yeah, I know, dude. I went too hard.
That tent wouldn't stop spinning, huh?
Those
But when
weenies were good. The military bed, I was like, whoa.
Flashbacks to the war.
Vietnam.
That was the same trip though, right? Where freaking Gustavo was just in the bathroom
Yeah.
like 23 out of 24 hours. Well, yeah, that fucker was supposed to show up on this show with me eventually, but
Yeah. We'll leave that for another time.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. Thank you guys for being out. Yeah.
yeah,
Lee,
Thank you.
like,
Pleasure.
it's cool.
yeah, that guy over there.
Yeah.
Because he blamed it on Screech.
Like, subscribe.
Screech.
Fool.
He's trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking exit my show. Fool. Fucking relax. Huh? That's on like
He
guess.
said like, subscribe, and
Like, subscribe, leave hey comments, please.
check out Lucky Luke Brewery.
Yeah,
Highly
and,
recommended.
Go ahead and check out Lucky Luke's and buy Tesoro. El Tesoro tequila.
Yeah, the soda was pretty
Fire.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I took
Bomb.
2-3 shots. I don't know how many I took, but bomb.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
So look.